I don't know what Bobby Kennedy thought of me. Oh, I know he liked me, and I know he respected me. And we got on very well together professionally, very little socially together. Often we go out to his, I and Lydia, my wife, would go out to his house, but it was always for a big party of one kind or another. Or I would go out there with some colleagues and we would talk about problems in the department. Bobby, when I started, I wondered, I liked him, but he was awfully young and I wondered about him. And the thing about Bobby was he was as conscious as any critic of his shortcomings, his faults, as anybody that I know. He was also the most honest person I think I've ever met. And the result of this was that he used me and others in the department, some very bright people. And we would go to Bobby with problems. He would get us together as a team. And I can recollect, I think I say it in the book, he would say, come on, fellas, you're all better lawyers than I am. Now tell me what you think I should do. And he was that kind of a person. I feel when Bobby was killed, this country lost a person who might have been one of our great presidents. He disliked LBJ intensely, and it was all personal. Bobby was direct and honest. Nobody really ever accused LBJ of being direct and honest. LBJ knew how to get what he wanted, and he used all the political ideas, speech, techniques, and he was good at it to get what he wanted. And what he wanted was good. And he was a man of much more intelligence than most people gave him credit for. He didn't have a good formal education, but boy, he was bright as all get out. And just as a sort of footnote to that relationship, which continued, they didn't like each other. They had to work together politically, and they did, but it was not easy for either of them. But as a footnote to it, when near the end of Bobby's life, which we didn't know was going to end, but near the end of it, I saw him and he said, I'm opposed to President Johnson on Vietnam, strongly opposed. But I have absolutely no criticism of what he has done in this country in the domestic program. Why did President Johnson decide to leave government? It's a good question. I think it was health. And I also think he felt he hadn't been able to solve the problem in Vietnam. Maybe somebody else could. I was broke. I left government. I was tired too. And I felt that I'd been something of a failure in the State Department. I went over there to try to get us out of Vietnam, which was probably a very arrogant thing to think I could do. And while there were few things that I got done in the State Department, I didn't get us out of Vietnam, and that was the most important thing of all. So I was tired. I'd gone through what little money I had, and I thought it was time for somebody fresh. I'm not thinking of Mr. Nixon, but I was thinking of somebody to come in and do my job at least, who was fresher and had more energy than I had left.